let's start with what is a business strategy? Quite simply, it is the planning for the long-term development of your business. It is used to provide focus, direction, and action in order to move your business from where it is now to where you want to go to. It will help you set clear direction and concrete goals. It can be particularly useful to update your business strategy if you are unsure that you're getting the most out of your business or are unsure that you're making the most of market opportunities. Perhaps your business is moving in a different direction than you had originally planned, or it's become sluggish or unresponsive to the ever-changing market demands. If you have a clear business strategy, it will always help answer any questions and concerns that you may have about your business, and it will help show you practical ways forward. There'll be many questions you want to ask yourself during the business planning process, and some of them will include, what is my direction currently? Is this aligned with my original plan? Is this better than my original plan? What are my target markets now and in the future? How can I gain market advantage? How can my business perform better than the competitor? What resources do I require to succeed? And how am I measuring my success? You can complete a business strategy review at any stage, and if you've never completed one or your current one is out of date, you should get started immediately. But I have found that it can be particularly useful to complete your business review at the end of the year when you're setting up your business goals and financial targets for the following year. This allows you to ensure that any changes are reflected in the plans for the following year. So why is it important for you to review your business strategy? There are numerous benefits across businesses for completing the review. Firstly, by taking a step back and looking at your business and assessing the direction you want to go in, you will see a lot of opportunity for improvement, which should translate into both operational and financial improvements across your business. Secondly, it allows you to be rational in your decision making. As we trade businesses, there are always commercial peaks and troughs, and this leads to reactive decision making, and these decisions may not be in line with your long-term business goals. Thirdly, it allows you to make the most of current market opportunities. Markets change, demand changes, and by taking a step back and assessing your business and the market, it allows you to capitalize on any potential opportunities. And lastly, it refocuses energy for you, for your resources, and for your business. This is true both in times of growth and expansion and also in times of tough economic situations. So how do you complete a review of your business strategy? Today I'm going to take you through 4 simple steps that should make the process easy for you to complete the review. Step 1 would be to look at the big picture. What did you set your business up to do? And what is your business actually doing today? Where are you now? The second step will be to define your destination. Where do you want to go to? The third step will be to map the pathway. How are you going to get there? And the fourth step will be to put measurement tools in place to report and assess the journey. There are many different tools that you could choose to use as you work through this process. Some of them include the PESTLE format, and the PESTLE is used to assess and analyse political, economic, social, technological, environmental and legal frameworks. This tool is used to help identify various external factors that might be affecting your business. Key examples of using this could be election years where the parties may have different business policies, or there's implications on taxation that could impact you, or currently world events such as business closures due to COVID-19. Another technique that can be used is scenario planning, and this technique is used to build various plausible views of possible futures for your business. An example of this could be if you're an e-commerce business and you choose to open a version of a bricks and mortar business, either a kiosk, pop-up store, or some physical outlet. You would then use scenario planning to measure the impact on your sales performance, your brand building, the cost scenarios, and what your profitability would look like in the total picture. So it's generally used to assess the impact of a specific path for a business on a singular event. Another tool you may find helpful in this process is to use the critical success factor analysis tool, and this can be used when you're defining where you want to go to. It's an important technique that can help a business understand what it needs in order to be able to succeed to achieve its objectives. So sticking with the same example, if you are a bricks and mortar business and you choose to launch a website, an e-commerce business, you will be trying to understand what is needed to allow you to be successful at that. And at the very minimum, you would need either consultancy or in-house technical resource to build the website for you. You would need operational resource to manage and deliver the website, and you'd likely need a logistics partner to maintain delivery services to your customers. However, the most commonly used analysis tool by businesses is to use the SWOT analysis, and this involves looking at the specific strengths of your business and the weaknesses of your business capabilities. It also allows you to look at the opportunities that your business may capitalize on and identify threats to your business. And once you've completed a SWOT of your business, you can then assess how to capitalize on these strengths, how to minimize the impact of your weaknesses. You can decide how to make the most of any opportunities that have been presented, and importantly, you can try and reduce the impact of the threats to your business. You don't have to use any of these tools. They're just guidelines that if you choose to have some support, these are the most commonly used. So the first step in completing a strategic review is to have a look at what I call the big picture. And this involves taking a step back and looking at each element of your business and your strategic plan and asking yourself, is your big picture still valid? Businesses can change for a variety of reasons. The economy will have an impact. New technologies and innovation will change the market, and this could either increase or reduce demand for your existing products or services. Competitors change. They can either fall by the wayside or they can improve their own products and services and eat into your market share. You may have diversified your product range based on commercial needs of your own business, and you're trading a very different business than you had originally planned. So when taking a look at where you are now, you should ensure that you cover all aspects of your business and importantly cover the following criteria. What are you selling? What is the composition of your sales that's driving the commerciality of your business? Who are you selling to? What is the market segment that is currently purchasing your goods or services? Where is your business growth coming from? And where are you losing business? How good is your operation and your internal processes? Are you as efficient as you can be? And what is your financial standing currently? In addition to looking at the things that you are doing, I think it's also very helpful to look at your business from a big picture point of view in terms of what are you not doing. So when you review the elements of what are you selling, what is not working for you? What is tying up time, energy, resource, financials in unsold inventory? When you look at your market segments and you are looking at who you are selling to, is there anybody there that you could be capitalizing on that you're not selling to? When you look at where the growth is coming from, are there any missed opportunities that you feel that you're missing in the marketplace? And when you look at your operation, how well you're doing, look for the key weaknesses. Compiling all this information together will give you good stead to make some decisions about where you want to take your business to and what is the right direction for you. And this leads us on to the second step, which is to define where you want to take your business to. What is the destination? As I said at the start, business strategy planning is basically planning for the long-term development of your business. It is about setting the direction and attaching some goals to achieving that direction. If you take a wider look at strategies, when you take large corporations, for example, there can be 5 levels of strategy: corporate strategies, business strategies, functional strategies, operational strategies, and competitive strategies. But as we are talking today to small business owners, I would say that there are 3 types of strategies that are usually taken. One, they're either financially driven. The goal is to substantially increase revenue, increase profits, have cost saving activities attached to it. So for example, you want to grow the top line by 20%. You want to improve the bottom line by 5%. You want to take 10% off your operational costs. These are business strategies from a financial point of view. The second type of strategies I would usually see are customer-centric strategies designed to either increase market share, target new segments, become the store brand product of choice within the market that they operate in, And the third type of strategies are usually product differentiation and brand-driven strategies, trying to find the competitive advantage of your products and services in the arena that you operate. An important element to consider when defining your business strategy and your destination is to consider the cost implications. There may be cost of hardware, software, or resource to implement the strategy you've chosen, and you need to ensure that the cost versus the benefit to your business are aligned and that you are satisfied with those costs. Another thing to consider is that your business strategy can have layers. For example, if your business is currently loss-making, but historically you've made business profits and you would like to grow the business, you could have a medium to long-term business plan, for example, over 5 years, and year one could involve restructuring and eliminating the loss-making elements to solidify your business and get you back into the black. Once your trading is now stable, you can then implement your plans to grow. It is possible to implement plans to grow and to restructure and eliminate loss-making at the same time, but it depends on the size of your business, the resource capabilities that you have, and ultimately the funds to do both. Growth generally has a cost attached to it, and if you're trading at a loss in another part of your business or portions are dragging your business performance down, you may not be able to sustain both at the same time. But just consider that your business strategy can be as broad as you want it to be or as narrow as you want it to be. It's ultimately your strategy. Where do you want to go to? And the most important part is to define the destination. If you don't know exactly where you want to get to, it's going to be very hard to take the decisions and steer your business in that direction. So now we move to the third step, which is to map how you will get there. How will you achieve your strategy? One of the best ways to achieve a strategy is to break it down into smaller action items, objectives, and initiatives. Each one will serve as a piece of the puzzle to bring your strategy to life. So as you set these objectives to deliver your strategy, you need to ensure that they are both achievable and actionable. If you set yourself large goals to increase your business, for example, by 50% over a period of time in your strategy, there would need to be substantial objectives attached to your strategy, such as opening a number of new outlets or distribution centres to drive that growth. If your targets are more marginal, they can be delivered through smaller objectives, which could be to grow sales from new products. It could be to innovate the current products and services that you have. You could change the order thresholds on your business to try and increase your basket sizes. You could have a target to cross-sell more products to the existing customer base by adding complementary ranges. Obviously, not all strategies will be sales-driven, and regardless of whether your strategy is about reducing your costs or are market-driven, increasing market share, the key point I'm trying to make is that you need to ensure the objectives are achievable and actionable for your business. As part of your journey of mapping how to achieve your strategy, here are some helpful steps I think will help you on the journey to success. Ensure that your strategy is documented in writing with the objectives, initiatives, tasks, and actions clear. Ensure that you communicate the plan to everybody. A plan will stay a plan unless the people in your business know about it. People often don't know their role in achieving something. Be clear with responsibility and accountability. Be clear with task assignment. Be clear with the communication of the plan. Email the plan. Hold regular briefings. Tell individuals what role they will play. Talk about how success will be measured. Another thing to ensure you do accurately is to attach the right resource. That means both financial resource, human capital resource, and anything else that's required. You should set yourself a performance tracker, which includes setting milestones and deadlines, and you should hold regular monthly meetings or sprints. There is something about putting multiple heads together for a committed amount of time that makes things happen. These monthly meetings facilitate the conversations that are needed to get things done and to keep things rolling. And lastly, we move to step 4, which is to ensure you have the right measuring tools in place to help you monitor your progress and deliver success in your new strategy. One of the first things you can look at is to set the right level of meetings. That will be looking at the frequency of meetings and the attendees, who needs to be involved and who can add value. The second thing you should look at is to ensure you have the right sets of reports to monitor the progress. These can include milestone reports to track progress on specific projects such as a website launch, placing new orders, new store openings, account management, etc. The other set of reports that would be valuable would be to look at the quantitative reporting, which can monitor revenue, cost centers, conversions, customer matrix, and anything that's facts and figures. What I would say is to try and keep the measuring tools simple and understandable for those who are using them. Another important thing is to ensure that you keep the data up to date. This data will be what you're using to monitor your progress, your efforts, and specifically it will help you see where you're veering off path and when problems arise. Another helpful tool can be to use dashboards, as these are easy visuals to update the stakeholders on progress. Regardless of what type of reporting tools you choose to use, the number one most important thing to do is to ensure that the reports reflect your strategic goals and metrics to measure them. I'd like to thank you for taking the time today. I hope these 4 steps will be helpful in helping you review your current strategy and update your business strategy.